New Delhi, India. In response to China's deployment of more than 17,000 troops and armored vehicles opposite Daulat Begoldi, DBO, and Depsang plains in Ladakh, India has made heavy deployment of troops and tank regiments in the area to counter any misadventure by the People's Liberation Army, PLAP there. We have done a very heavy deployment of troops and tanks in the DBO and Depsang Plains area, including the T-90 regiments, which are part of an armored division, government sources told Annie. The deployments have been made from the patrolling point 1 near the Karakoram Pass, PP3, to the Depsang Plains, where the Chinese have amassed more than 17,000 troops since April to May time frame and have been blocking Indian patrols from PP10 to PP13. Sources said the armor deployment is such that the Chinese would find it difficult to operate there in case they try out any misadventure, they said. Before the Chinese started build-up opposite the DBO and Depsang, the entire area was looked after by a mountain brigade and an armored brigade, but today more than 15,000 troops and several tank regiments have been moved there both by road and by air to tackle the threat from China, sources said. One of the major intentions of the Chinese in this area has been to build a road from its TWD battalion headquarters opposite the DBO sector to the Karakoram Pass area and connect the battalion there. The connectivity plan, which has been foiled in the past, will allow the two Chinese units to reach each other in a matter of a couple of hours against the 15-hour drive through the highway G219 in their territory, sources said. A small bridge was put up by the Chinese inside Indian territory on another drain near PP7 and PP8, but it was broken by Indian soldiers a few years ago, sources said. At present, India and China are engaged in a dialogue focusing on disengagement from Finger area and other friction points, but Chinese build-up along the Ladakh and Depsang Plains and DBO area has not yet been taken up in the military talks. At present, we are in a position of strength in the Depsang Plains and DBO area now, and we are not in a hurry to discuss that with the Chinese. Let the disengagement first take place, and then we can talk about de-escalation there also, sources said. On Sunday, India and China held Corps Commander level talks at Moldo on the Chinese side of Ladakh to discuss disengagement. The Chinese had earlier agreed for complete disengagement at Galwan Valley, PP15, Hot Springs and Gogra along with Finger area near Pangantso Lake. However, China stopped honoring their commitment after initial disengagement in Finger area and is now wanting to build an observation post at Finger 5. This has been rejected by India, which has clearly stated that it will have to disengage completely and restore the status quoted existing in April/May 2020. Annie.
And ensured that the soldiers of both teams could use and understand each other's weapons and equipment. Exercises like this one go a long way towards enhancing our interoperability with key strategic partners, and I hope to see this exercise continue to grow in the future. Soldiers, military professionals, in a lot of ways are the same everywhere you go. We all have a common interest in defending democracy and freedom around the world, and it doesn't matter where you are as long as you are.
Since it's not a head traction, we're just going to sprint it, okay?
Pass 2010 at a small arms range.
Safeties, if your shooter's zeroed, go ahead and wreck them off the range.
Today's goal? Introduce their Indian counterparts to the M4 carbine rifle.
We'll go on next iteration, sir.
Okay, Roger, go ahead and lock and clear his weapon then.
We're very impressed with their skills. They're a professional all-volunteer Army, and it definitely shows. We enjoy working with them. They're easy to work with, and you know, they're making our life easier because of how professional they are, how well trained they are.
All right, go ahead and fire 3 rounds downrange at your respective target.
The M4 training highlights just one of the many bilateral exercises examples of operational knowledge sharing.
All right, good job. Pitch your weapon on safe.
Between the Indian and U.S. Armies.
It helps us think about ways we've been doing things. Maybe we can do them a little better and different by doing them differently the way these guys showed us how.
You just pull. Yeah. Don't do it too fast because you'll jerk your weapon, okay?
It's like any other profession. You want to get to know other professionals in that field, and it's even better when they come from a different background than you.
Another day of UTAPAS 2010.
This is very good. This is very good.